All right, I know this transmission diagnosis stuff is getting a little long in the tooth, but it is what it is. I loosened this up. I didn't like where the reverse gear, it just seemed like it was just too close to this gear, and I was worried about it, you know, having interference and banging. So I was going to go and see if I could set this up and bring it out a little bit longer. So I loosened this nut up, and lo and behold, that is a slide that's adjustable. So I'm going to go tweak, I'm going to go bring it so that I'm over the center of this gear and lock it down, and then when I back it back up, it's not close to bouncing off the side of this one. So that's the last adjustment. Figure I'd show it. Alright, now's the fun part. Gotta try to muscle all that stuff in there at the same time. I think last time I left this shaft in the transmission and I got it started on the reverse gear. I'm going to try leaving that, and then I got to get that point, and these two guys are guide pins to align the bearing when it goes in so it's not racked. So let's go see how all this makes out. Should clamp the bell housing down or something. Yes, this is. Reverse is the pain in the ass one. Everything else is already started. Bragging, second, bragging. Yeah. Bearings in the wrong. Started in the wrong way. You got 6 hands. Wow, reverse. I got 2 out of the 3. There's a thrust washer. Come on. There's a thrust washer on the end of that shaft that just went because it fell. There's no maybe. That reverse shaft has a keeper that goes on. I'll need a pointer. There's the reverse shaft right there. And that's going to come out of that hole right there. So what my fear is, I'm going to push that together and it's not going to be sticking out far enough. So I'm going to try wiggling that forward first and getting the clip on it before I close this gap up, and then everything else is already where it's supposed to be and started. So let's see how that works out for me. Alright, so I got a bunch of other stuff put back together. Where's the timestamp, by the way, is 4:45. So I spent a bunch of time screwing with this, but I want to make sure I got it right, you know. So here's what's going on. This is the differential that came with this transmission. The ring gear the big round one in the back there, has 35 teeth on it. The ring gear on the original one, which does fit in there too, I didn't check backlash and wear and all that kind of stuff. I still have to clean it, see what it looks like, but it has 33 teeth on it, so that will make my road speed faster. I won't be revving as high, and that's a big issue on this thing. So I would like to go use that one over again and probably steal these bearings and whatnot. I was wondering if you had to change the pinion gear with it too, but it seems like it meshes okay. So probably what I'm going to do again, I'm going to go wash it real good in the parts washer, stick it back in here, and slop some grease on it and kind of see just how it meshes, how it moves the grease around, and makes a pattern on the other one. That's my battle plan right now. Alright, so I have the 33 ring gear, the original ring gear that was in the bus in it. I just got done putting the bearing from this transmission on that side in there, so it's a nice smooth running one where the other one was a little growly. Dump some grease on it and let's go see what we get. As far as turn that around again. Now I know this is half-assed, we're only I don't know what you guys were looking at the whole time because I was looking at the trans. I want to say that that one looks like a pretty good transfer right there. I'm looking at the back gear right now. I need a pointer. Kind of big, but you get the idea. I'm looking at that guy right there. And it looks like I get a good wipe right across the whole thing. And these guys look pretty good too. It looks like, you know, it's more in the face of it, but I just think that's the way it is. And of course I don't have this side on it, centering it yet. It doesn't move much. Those are fairly large bearings, but I'm sure that can affect it. Yeah, that's the bearing right there. So I gotta tap that one off. Actually, no, is that the one I want? I don't even remember now. I'll find it. I know it's yellow on the outside, so that bearing will go here with that plate on it. Yeah, that's it. This is the one that came out of the good trans, we're gonna say. There it is with the yellow. The problem why I didn't go with this assembly, just change the ring gear, is I can't get these out. These I have a feeling kind of flex their muscles a little bit from top and bottom, and would allow themselves to come out, and that's what the axles kind of ride into with a set of cams. So be it. I'll just change the bearings. The gear looked fine. I cleaned it in the parts washer. I did not see any issues with it, any chips, any galling or anything. So we're gonna go with that. Where am I now? I am gonna go put the bearing on the other side. Backlash. I don't like that thing's moving much. I'm not looking at this. I'm looking at when this moves compared to when this moves. If it's got a lot of slop or not. It looks pretty good to me. But until I get the other half on here, so I'm going to go do now. I'm going to put the bearing on, set this side on, run 2 screws in it, and I'm going to spin it, just make sure it's not binding or anything. And if that's a go, then that's a go. I'm going to start making gaskets up, seal them up, seal the halves up, and try to get the show moving along a little bit here. Getting warmer. Got all the jack staff assemblies on it. It just takes so long, just the cleaning part of it just takes forever. So that's what's you know, the issue. I'm just kind of finishing up this last gear reduction, and that's the end of that guy. And the timestamp, we are at 8:44, so going on 12 hours I'm doing this thing, plus I'm just getting tired. So I'm gonna goober this one up, get this cover on, and then I can slide this thing under the truck and start putting it all back together on the underside of it. So it's gonna be a late nighter, but hopefully this thing will perform like it should. So we'll see. You know that awesome feeling when you get the jack away? Now I can lift it up in the air and get some room underneath it to work. I need a nap. Alright, well, just mass reassembly now. Just gotta put all the bits back together and go brum brum. Well, all the bits and pieces are in, everything but the motor. It's filled, brakes are on, bled, shifter's hooked up. I don't see fluid pissing out of anywhere. That's a good sign. It's a little it's in gear right now. It's a little more draggier than I would like, but she may be fine. See how it is when it runs at about 4,000 RPMs for a little bit. Anyway, it's all buttoned up in here. Now I just gotta get the motor in it, and hopefully all sails well. I think we're going to skip on the trailer hitch tonight because we are getting to, it's 11 o'clock. Alright, let me go get me a motor and put it back in here. It's that time to see if the wheels on the bus go round and round. Without making a bunch of funky noises. Yeah, stop feels right. Clutch is a little gooey. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Shifter's gonna have to be moved too. Try letting it out in neutral. Let's go for it. First gear. Uh-oh. Wants to pop out a second. That sucks ass. Give it your best effort. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up for tonight. Alright, so what did we learn? Don't rush it. I don't know if that noise is coming from two gears that are interfering with each other or the ring and pinion are mismatched. I know it's tight. You can turn it by hand, but I was kind of questioning it. After I bolted the side covers on, it seemed like the preload of it changed. I know you got spacers on. Well, there's two big spacers, one on each side. I'm wondering if that's supposed to be kind of dialed in better than what I did with just bolting it together. So it's either that. Actually, you know, it's popping out of second gear too. It wants to push out of second gear, so there's something wrong in the gearbox also. So, shit happens. You don't know until you try. And that's the second time on that transmission that I'm trying to use it. So we may we may boot that one to the dump trailer. I may go back into looking at the original one and see if we could fix that. That's got a bad bearing on the front. So, and it's a different style bearing. So we gotta go see if it's even feasible. When I feel well rested, I'll dig into cleaning that apart. But the truck will yard drive. Yeah, I can drive it in and out of the garage anyway. Tomorrow's I was just trying to knock it out. There's a car show tomorrow in downtown Manchester that I prepaid for. It was the guy's name. I'm tired. Dennis. The dude with the handlebar mustache. Yeah, I am tired. Dennis Gage, Dennis, I forget, the guy from My Classic Car. So he's gonna be going around, and you know, I was gonna try to hope for my shot at fame with my bikes, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. It's midnight, so this dirty boy needs to go take a shower, kind of go wrap it up, go bring tomorrow's breakfast in, go have tonight's dinner, and wrap it up. All right, guys. Again, thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing, and sometimes you just don't win them all.